Every spring, millions of gardeners head to the local nursery to buy flats of annuals. We spend hundreds of dollars on petunias and marigolds, only to watch them wither when the first frost hits. It's a cycle of work and expense that never ends. But what if you didn't have to do that? What if you could plant a flower once and have it return every single year, spreading and filling your garden for free? Today, we're looking at 7 self-seeding wonders that drop their own seeds and sprout new life year after year. These are the world's favorites for a reason. Let's look at how you can let nature do the work for you. Number 1. French Marigolds, Tagetes patchouli. We begin with perhaps the most famous garden horsehorse in the world, the French Marigold. These compact, ruffled beauties in orange and gold are beloved in almost every country. While many people treat them as disposable annuals, the seasoned gardener knows their secret. If you stop deadheading them in late summer, the flower heads swell into long, dark seeds. Come next spring, you'll see dozens of little serrated leaves poking through the soil. Not only are they free, but marigolds are excellent at repelling pests like nematodes. It's a classic, reliable flower that gives back much more than it takes. Just remember to let those last blooms of the season turn brown and dry right on the stem. Number 2. Cosmos Bipinatus. Next is the airy and elegant Cosmos. These are global favorites because they are nearly foolproof. Whether you choose the soft pinks of the Bipinatus or the fiery oranges of the sulphurous, Cosmos will transform a bare patch of dirt into a swaying sea of color in just 2 months. They produce seeds that are large and easy to spot. They drop to the ground and wait patiently through the winter. Because Cosmos loves poor soil, you don't even need to fertilize them. In fact, if you treat them too well, they'll grow all leaves and no flowers. They are the perfect set-it-and-forget-it flower for a sun-drenched yard that needs a touch of whimsy. Number 3. Sweet Alysum, Lobularia maritima. If you want your garden to smell like honey, you need Sweet Alysum. This is the ultimate living mulch. It stays low to the ground, creating a thick carpet of tiny white to purple flowers. One single packet of seeds can turn into hundreds of plants within just 2 seasons. The seeds are microscopic and they scatter with the wind. They fill the gaps between your pavers and soften the edges of your garden paths. For gardeners over 50, we appreciate plants that suppress weeds for us, and Alysum is a master at that. It smothers the ground so effectively that weeds simply don't have the light to grow. It's beauty and utility all in one free package. Number 4. Chenula Pot Marigold. Chenula is a staple of the traditional cottage garden. With its bright orange and cream petals, it's not just beautiful, it's useful. These flowers are edible and often used in herbal salves. What makes Chenula a top-tier self-seeder is the shape of its seeds. They look like tiny, curved brown caterpillars. They germinate so reliably that once you have one plant, you'll likely have them forever. They even tend to bloom during the cooler months when other flowers are hiding. It's a cheerful, resilient plant that makes your garden feel established and timeless. Number 5. Bachelors Buttons, Centaurea cyanus. Also known as cornflowers, they're famous for providing that rare, true blue color that is so hard to find in nature. They have been grown for centuries because they are so hardy. Bachelors buttons are quite tall, reaching up to 3 feet, making them perfect for the back of a border. They attract bees and butterflies by the dozen, and in the autumn, songbirds like goldfinches will visit to eat the seeds you've left behind. It creates a natural cycle of life in your backyard. They prefer the cool weather of spring, so they'll often be the first free flowers to greet you after a long winter. Number 6. Cleome, spider flower. If you need height and a bit of drama, look no further than Cleome. These can grow 5 feet tall and have very unique spidery blooms. The seed pods are long and thin, hanging off the plant like spider legs. These pods split open and fling seeds quite a distance. Because of this, Cleome can be a bit aggressive, but for a large garden with big gaps, it's a blessing. It's a striking architectural plant that adds a professional look to your landscape without the professional price tag. Just a tip, wear your gardening gloves when handling them, as the stems can have small protective spines. And finally, we have number 7, Nigella, love in the mist. It's easy to see why it's called love in the mist. The delicate blue flowers are surrounded by a hazy, lacy foliage. Once the flowers fade, they turn into fascinating balloon-like seed pods that look like something out of a fairy tale. When these pods dry and turn papery, they rattle with seeds. Nigella is a short-lived flower, but because it seeds so generously, you'll have a constant succession of new blooms all summer long. It's the best-kept secret for a garden that feels magical and self-sustaining. Now, a final word of advice. The key to a free garden is learning to recognize your seedlings. In the spring, don't be too quick to hoe the soil. Look for those tiny sprouts that don't look like weeds. Those are your gifts from last year. If they grow where you don't want them, simply dig them up and move them. Gardening doesn't have to be an expensive struggle against nature. Sometimes the best thing we can do is just step back and let the flowers take the lead. Which of these self-seeders are you excited to try? Tell me in the comments. I read every single one. Thank you for spending time with me today. Happy planting!